Taxi vlog 374. It is the 15th of October. That means we're just halfway through the month. It is Thursday night. It's going. Monday night I came out. It was real slow. I think I had 3 trips by 10 o'clock. And then should watch out the stairs here. Okay. It was real quiet, real dead. And then miraculously all the other cars disappeared around, well, just before midnight. At 10, 11 o'clock I started to get busy. And I managed to get through the night okay. It wasn't spectacular, but it was a hell of a lot better than it was looking at the beginning of the shift. So I worked all night like I always do, and I took home, well, I did better than last week. That was the Monday. The Tuesday I came out and it was even just as quiet. In fact, it was excruciatingly slow. It got better after, oh, what time was it? Let me get rid of this garbage here. Okay, and papers. We got papers. Get rid of the paper parts. It's gone. Okay. So what else happened? That night, on Tuesday night, it was slow, it was quiet, it was dead. There was nothing. It was 1 trip an hour, 1 trip an hour and a half. And it took me until about 3 in the morning to break even. I couldn't believe it. Then, between 3 and 4, I had a couple of little fares. And then at 4 o'clock I got a time call that went to the airport. Saved my night. I came back into town at almost 5 and got another call as soon as I got into my zone. And that was not a time call. It was about 10 minutes to 5. That one also went to the airport. Those 2 fares, those 2 airport runs saved my week so far. Last night, the Wednesday, what happened on Wednesday? Again slow, again quiet. But I didn't worry too much because my lease was already paid in Interacs from those 2 runs out to the airport. So I just kept at it diligently and took until about midnight or so to break even, and by about 3 o'clock I had maybe $50 for myself. And then in the morning I had a few more fares and ended up okay. I'm not complaining. I just hope tonight keeps going like that, and tomorrow too, because next week I'll be taking much of the week off, so I don't think there will be a taxi vlog next week. Yeah, I think the next time I'll make one of these will be at the very end of October, so like a couple weeks from now. Oh, we're still on the walk to work. The sun has just set somewhere in there. Yeah, I need a break. I think they're going to tear that house down and probably build something much bigger and more opulent, like they like to do. I don't know. I'm not exactly exhausted, but there are 2 more nights to go. Don't know what else to say right now, except I hope you can wish me some luck, but you're seeing this at least 2 days after I'm recording it, so that's kind of silly. How can you wish somebody luck in the past? Do I read too much science fiction? So now it's Friday the 16th, and I remember what it was I forgot to talk about yesterday. Around, I guess it was 3:30 or 4 in the morning, something like that. I didn't have all that much. It hadn't been going good. I had maybe 150 on. And I got sent to an address where this one guy got in and said, look, I'm going to pick up my girlfriend at such and such address, and then from there we're going to go on to another address. I said, okay, fine. So he gave me the 2 addresses, and we went to the first one. He went and picked up his girlfriend, and they came back to the car, and we went to the second address. And this guy, he was busy chatting with her in the back seat, not paying much attention to anything. And we were about a block from our final destination, and he said, oh yeah, and on that street you turn left. And I said, well, I got you this far, didn't I? So when we stopped the car, he wanted to pay with a card, and that was no problem. I ran the card through. The fare was like $18. So he's doing the thing with the machine, and at the end it says, please remove your card. So he removed the card, and I asked him nonchalantly, do you want a copy of this? He says, no, that's okay. So I threw the copy on the floor. Then the machine printed out my copy, and the fare was $18 originally. $18 and something. Now it was like $56 on the machine, and I figured out that he tipped me 200%. How rare is that? And of course it asks you, the machine asks you if that's what you really want to do, and he hit the yes button. I don't know if he subconsciously hit the yes button or if he meant to tip me 200%. Well, he was gone out of the car before I saw it, so I figure maybe that's what he wanted to do, because I did say that it was frighteningly slow all night, and we did have a good conversation for most of the way, so I imagine he took pity on me and tipped and paid me 3 times the fare. So a $56 chunk, just like that. So that's what saved the Wednesday night. Thursday night, last night, you know, I think I made $60 or $70 for myself after paying lease and fuel. The only thing that kept me going is that my lease was already paid for the night. So I took home more cash than the amount I really made for that night. I was just coasting on the previous couple nights' incomes. I think most of my lease is paid for tonight too, so I just have to get through this Friday night and the week is done. Been getting money together for the trip to Washington State to that it's Irish music festival. So there's going to be pipes and drums and drinking, and I got my room reserved for the 3 nights I'm going to be in the town, and I got my tickets to 3 events. One of them is the whole day at the Irish bar. Another one is a full pass to the convention center, and another one is a full pass to another pub, but not the big Irish one because that was sold out. So the passes for everything were sold out, and the Irish bar, everything was sold out except Thursday, but on Thursday I'll get to see just about everything that will be playing there. So there's the convention center for Friday and Saturday, and the little pub for Friday and Saturday, and that's it. Are we up to date now? It's Friday. Yeah, okay. So I'll let you know. There he is, right on time. He's right on time. Look, he's just pulled in. He just pulled in. He's just pulling in. If you can see him way up there. So that's good. The timing is fine. So I'll let you know how tonight went by the end of the night. So I guess maybe 11 hours from now I'll give you an update on how this Friday worked out. Anyway, see you sooner. When I was walking towards the cab, I noticed that it was the cab owner rather than the guy who usually works on Friday. Apparently the guy who works on Friday has got some kind of a pension deal, so that from now on the owner of the cab is going to ride, is going to be driving on Friday nights, Friday days and Saturday days. So I had a good chat with him for over half an hour before starting my shift, and we talked about all kinds of things having to do with the business and with the car, and you know, on and on and on. And it was a nice friendly chat. It went very well. It's nice when you work with people who you can get along with, you know, and in that way I'm very fortunate. I'm working with a guy who's good and who's, you know, amenable to communication. I communicated to him about the beeps. The beeps when you put the car in reverse, and the beeps when you know, first of all, you're backing up somewhere and it's going beep, 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 and then you put it into drive and it beep, beep, beep again, and then it goes beep, 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 beep 50 times. It's too much beeping. I told the owner that I'd like to get rid of that because it's distracting and it's annoying. And the guy who's driving day shift, the other shifts of the week, he complained about them too. We all agree that we don't like the beeps. They don't bother the owner much because he does his seatbelt up. But we don't. And we don't have to wear a seatbelt by law, for reasons that we are getting in and out of the car all the time to grab people's bags and luggage and stuff. And, you know, somebody who's behind you can grab the belt and go like that. And if somebody's doing something psychotic, like pulling a knife in here, I want to be able to get out without having to fumble with a seatbelt buckle. And this is the one I like the most. We're driving around in town. We're not going so fast that we're going to hit anything hard enough to catapult us out through the windshield. And what about in the event of a collision, said another one of my customers tonight. And I said, well, you know, the idea is not to have collisions. If you don't have collisions, you don't need a seatbelt. There you go. Now, tonight I got started just before 7, and as soon as I got started, as soon as I turned the terminal on, I got a call, and I got another call, and I got another call, and I got another call. I worked solid straight through from just before 7 till 2. I did not stop from 7 till 2. That's 7 hours non-stop. I was doing $50 an hour for those 7 hours. And then I ended up having a break for about 20 minutes after 2. And I had another trip at quarter to 3, and I had another trip just after 3, so that was working out really well. Then at 3:30 I had a time call that went from, well, the Royal Oak area near where Cindy lives out to the airport for $42. And then I came back into town and I was watching a video and I fell asleep, because when you take the adrenaline away and it gets quiet, I just get very sleepy. So I went to sleep and I was watching this video, and the video was almost over when I got called to another little trip, which was a $5 trip. I think I did more driving to get to the trip and to come back from the trip than I did while doing the trip. But all in all, it has been a good Friday night. It's been acceptable, it's been satisfactory, and I have an hour and 10 minutes to go till the end of my shift. Should anything happen really memorable between now and 6, I will let you know right here. Other than that, I hope yours is better than mine.